Hi, we are 7th graders at Larson Middle School, and we are going to be talking to you about how plastic is affecting our world. We are part of something called the Geo Challenge, hosted by the National Geographic, which is a competition for 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, but Larson is doing it for 7th graders. You may or may not do it, but basically we create ideas, everyone in 7th grade, and some people are building things or making filters or many other things, but some people like us are creating awareness for how plastic is affecting our world. And first, Mr. Egan and Ms. Kane, they are the science teachers in Larson, and the 7th grade science teachers, and they judge our products or our ideas, and then if they think that it's good enough to go to regionals, we go to regionals, and if we win regionals, which is judged by National Geographic judges, we then go to nationals, and nationals, if we win that, we win a certain amount of money, which is $25,000, to help put more thought to this idea. So yeah.
And this year's topic was reducing plastic pollution and doing something about it.
So the watershed we chose to reduce plastic pollution was the Clinton River watershed, and we chose this because it is close to us, and actually one of the little rivers that goes into the Clinton River is the Gibson Drain, which is right behind our school. And then from the Gibson Drain, it goes into Clinton River, which then empties into Lake St. Clair, which then enters Lake Erie to Lake Ontario, and finally the St. Lawrence River, that its end destination is the Atlantic Ocean.
Plastic pollution in our waterways. As our world is growing, so does our plastic pollution problem, but we can do something about it. We think that the little steps can make a big impact. Our hypothesis is that if we can spread the awareness about plastic pollution in our waterways, we can help reduce the amount of plastic pollution produced, and there are some facts about plastic pollution. So there are 5 main plastic patches in the ocean. The largest, known as the Pacific Garbage Patch, is larger than the state of Texas. Scientists calculate that per kilometer there are about 580,000 pieces of plastic pollution in the Atlantic Ocean. 20% of cash comes from ships and our offshore platforms. Plastic doesn't biodegrade, which means that the first piece of plastic ever created still exists today. Chemicals from the plastic are released into the water, which gets into the fish, as you'll see in the next slide.
Our health. Plastic chemicals are released into our water, which is then consumed by fish and other marine animals, which are then released into our bodies when we eat it. So it first goes from plastic, so the plastic travels to the water, so it ends up in the water, and when it biodegrades, it turns into microplastics, which then harm the fish and animals when they consume it. And then finally, when humans consume the fish or animals, it affects their health too.
Marine debris, aka trash in the ocean, is a result of our throwaway society. And on average, a person produces half a pound of plastic waste a day. This number multiplied by the number of people in our world creates a lot of plastic. Almost 4 billion pieces of pounds of plastic. We can spread the word and reduce the number of plastic pollution.
So how this affects us locally and globally. So plastic pollution here in Michigan can make it even further to the Atlantic Ocean, or even further. What is the pathway of how plastic pollution gets in Michigan and to the Atlantic Ocean? First, the plastic gets into one of the rivers, like the Clinton River watershed, and plastic gets carried to Lake St. Clair. That plastic makes it to Lake Erie via the Detroit River, and then goes further into Niagara River, which takes it to the St. Lawrence River, and from the St. Lawrence River it goes to the Atlantic Ocean.
So this is our map.
And so, as was said in the previous slide, it kind of shows how plastic from anywhere here in the Clinton River watershed can eventually make it to the Atlantic Ocean.
So like the previous slide showed, we live right here, and through this pathway way and ends up into the Atlantic Ocean.
What you can do to help? You can do many things to help. You can spread the word, cut the amount of plastic you use, reuse, reduce, and recycle, and support our fundraiser, which we're going to start in 2020. And so the funds that we get will be given to some organizations and societies that are helping clean up the pollution.
Our main donation will go to the Clinton River Watershed Lake Society in Rochester Hills. So we can take away the plastic because we started plastic pollution, so we can put an end to it too.
Conclusion. So any kind of plastic is bad, including plastic pollution. We have seen how it affects our environment, wildlife, and us humans. But not all hope is lost because we have the power to do something.
If you have any questions, you can ask your teacher to email us at rebels4river@gmail.com. So remember to reduce, reuse, and recycle.
Thank you.
Hi, it would help us a lot if you would fill out a survey and support our fundraiser. Both links are in the description below. Thanks a lot. Bye!